Hey, you guys, your girl Tahiry. Shout out to allhiphop.com. Bye. Okay, it's your girl, Miss Lissa, sitting here with the one, the only, the beautiful, one of the first runners of Love and Hip Hop, Tahiry Jose. Hi. I'm so excited, girl. I feel like I didn't eat all day. I just wanted to be like ready for you because you stay snatched.
You should have told me. I'd have bought you some lunches on.
You eat?
Do I eat?
You do?
Yeah, I eat.
How do you keep your waist and they so tight and your thighs so right?
No, I have cellulite, which is still right because I'm a natural
yeah,
woman.
that's what Kendrick said. He said talking.
Yeah, definitely. He was talking about the kid. But no, I work out. I eat good.
Do you weight train?
No, I don't weight train.
Okay.
I don't think it's healthy. Do I have one? Yes, I have one. I've tried it, but it's just not my thing. I rather go to the gym. I rather sweat. I eat very good, and then I have a cheat day, and I drink a lot of water. So everything in moderation. So I'm a lush. I like to drink my alcohol, but then I actually stick to my diet during the week, and so on and so forth. So it's just all about finding the balance, and whatever works for you, though.
Are you still eating that good Dominican food, though?
I only do so maybe once a week, and not even. I'll get some rice and beans. Like I definitely. Whenever I feel like I want to have my rice and beans, I do. I don't hold back. But for the most part, I do the quinoa instead of the rice.
Right.
Or the brown rice. So I find substitutions because my body is really, it's what I do. So it's my job to always be fit. And it's also healthy. And it makes me feel good.
Now, you do look great. Like, that's one thing I always be on your page.
Even
like,
when I gained the 20 pounds?
Not even because it's not in your waist, and that's why I want to know what you're doing. Like, are you eating meat?
No, I don't eat meat. I don't eat red meat.
Okay.
I went pescatarian for 4 months, and then I found out I was allergic to fish after I did some blood work. And then I was like, no wonder I was itchy and shit. I didn't know what it was. Because people do the wrong thing. Like people think that they're doing whatever the book is telling them. It's all about your body and what works for you.
No, that's true.
And then I went vegan for 4. That was easier than I thought, but you have to be mentally prepared for it. For the most part now, because my schedule is so intense and I am not versed on how to just maintain being a vegan. I am into a little bit of turkey, a little bit of chicken, and I just pay attention to my body, like I said, and what works for me.
Well, y'all hear it. It's not Slim Tea. She's eating right.
Oh, no,
She's
that
working.
too. I've tried
I've
promoted my flat tummy tea. It has the ingredients to...
So that really works?
Well, it has the ingredients to de-bloat you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at the ingredients, those things do work to de-bloat a woman. It's just that, the issue is that the world thinks that you'll drink the tea and you'll lose the weight. It comes with a diet, it comes with a workout, it comes with de-bloatness, it comes with a lot. People can't, the only thing you can see results is lipo, and you're still going to be in pain and be in bed for months and months on. However, if I had to nip and tuck and go to the cleaners, like I call it, to get,
I would go.
If I had to, I don't know because I don't have to. I've come this far and I'm not 100% natural, so I've not done anything. Certain women have no other choices. But I don't right now. I feel like I don't need to. So
nah, you look beautiful, and
Thank you.
You haven't popped a C yet, but
and that's when we have that conversation.
We'll go a little bit more.
I'll put that right on YouTube, baby. I let the world know. Matter of fact, I can't wait. So I can get my first diaper in front of everybody.
And you probably get surgery for free.
Yeah, well, shit, we can get a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're gonna have to figure that out. But of course, you're known for Love and Hip Hop,
yes.
But you do have some new projects going on. Can we talk a little bit more about the lineup?
The lineup. I'm the lead in the lineup.
I know. I heard you playing like a drug queen pin.
Yeah, I just feel like with me and career-wise, everything is about. It has to make sense. So to where everybody says, where would you be in the next 5 years? I hate that question because 5 years ago, I didn't know I would be here today. Your life, you have plans, right. And then God takes control. And so I went from reality TV, and it just made sense to me that I enjoyed being in front of the camera so much. I was actually better at reenacting stuff sometimes when it came to my story. Love and Hip Hop, I didn't have a script, but we had bullet points, and sometimes we had to discuss certain things just so the world could understand my story.
Right.
And also good at it, I enjoyed it, and then I figured, then why not follow with acting? And so it just made sense. And I got a lead. I read for it.
I don't know. I just mean you did a great job.
Yeah, whatever I put my mind to, I do. So that was it. And now it's acting, and I'm taking my classes, and I am playing, the head chick in charge.
How close to your actual personality is this role?
Very much, very close.
Used to run with the dealers.
Because like I said, everything is it's about balance. So I am the girl who has a college education but can be on the block having nutcrackers with the niggas talking shit. You know what I'm saying? If it came to pushing, I've never pushed any drugs.
Right.
Thank God I'm not a rapper.
Would
I have
you
to rap
ever
about it.
throw the bag under the bus like Little Kim used to do?
If I had to, yeah, I'm a ride or die kind of chick. And then my father, I'm a hustler's daughter, so he was in the game forever. He got deported to yard after selling a whole bunch of drugs. So to me, my life was normal, just counting money, looking up, because my father taught me not to count money looking down, because you can get shot doing that. But I'm a child, so why would he be telling me that? Or going to Rikers to see him when he did his
My dad gave me my first razor blade. These our fathers, they a little crazy.
I remember hearing the tape as they wrapping up keys, and I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's not that far from
Did you have to channel any one of their old family members or a rapper? Who did you feel like when you were in that role? Bossy Cleopatra?
Not at all. It was Tahiry. It was about what would Tahiry do in the situation.
Okay.
What would Tahiry do if she had to hit the streets because she had to? If there were times when I think back at my dad's situation and say if I was old enough. Right. When he got arrested, I would have taken his connect. I would have been down with Cali somewhere, pushing that weight. But luckily, I wasn't. I was a child.
Right.
So yeah, just channeling into my past. It was more about my relationship with my sister in me playing Monet, that I used my sister and I if she was to be hitting the streets too. It was a lot of substitution of different. It doesn't necessarily have to be, when it comes to acting, it doesn't have to be, well, she's a kingpin, so let me, it's actually substituting stories that can affect me so I can actually translate what I'm supposed to be feeling. Yeah. So
how was it being on set with Jim Jones?
Fun. Jim was fun. Jim was chill. And we went there to work, so we got our work done in a night.
Because you guys never do 2 different seasons of Love and Hip Hop, right?
2 different seasons,
so you didn't get to interact before.
We're from Harlem, so we crossed paths before. We know each other. Hello, goodbye. So being on set, I actually reached out to Jim for the role. I reached out to a few people. There were people whose schedule was not, it was a conflict of schedule, so it was like a David East. I envisioned. First of all, I was a lead, but then they allowed me to walk in and
help in the production.
Yeah, my executive producer's credit is coming. I was able to kind of read the script and see who I saw where. And so I thought about Dave East. I thought about a Pusha T. I thought about a Jim Jones. Who else? I thought about a Mac Wilds. So I kind of used my my network to figure out who I would place in what character. And so Jim was it, and I think Jim was an amazing decision because even me watching, he was such a natural. I was like, he's playing himself.
Is he playing your bae?
Yeah, he's playing one of my baes.
So y'all having moments y'all kissy face?
Y'all need to tune in. But he is definitely playing my bae.
Right.
One of them, because I ain't shit. I'm just doing.
She's out here. Okay, she's
I'm doing a whole lot.
I'm
getting it. I'm using my sexuality to get and take advantage of men.
Do you think that's a bad thing to do in real life?
Well, once you watch, it would be a horrible thing for me to do in real life. But in actuality, I think that we women know we're sexy and we use it to our advantage. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that as long as it's legal. And you're not hurting anyone.
Do you, Tahiry, ever feel over-sexualized? Do you ever get tired of it or just be
When it comes to business, yes, because I feel like I'm not respected because I am known for my booty or whatever, or how I was introduced to the game, and so it's hard. You have to show there's a brain to all the madness also. So I feel like at times it does bother me. But, I'm never going to shy away from how sexy I am, the curves that God has given me. It's a blessing. It's just that I've had to fight or know how to turn it off and on. So
yeah, because people do think that curves means dumb, means that you're going to do certain things to get ahead. And it's no, I'm actually very intelligent. She's very intelligent.
Right. It took 10 years for the world to kind of get hip to the fact that I graduated, that I've done a lot of things, that I do charitable work. It took so many years because the world didn't want to listen to it. Right.
You actually studied to be a police officer at one point.
I studied criminal justice. Right. I wanted to be any type of law enforcement. I don't know if it was FBI, marshals.
Is it because you're trying, just in case your boyfriend need a little help?
Nah, it's just ironic how it happened. Right. Your daddy is a big hustler. You're used to walking into a room full of money and full of money, blow. crazy shit.
Wow.
And then you turn around, and it's ironic how I wanted to be part of the criminal justice field. My father laughed at me when he found out. It was my passion. I grew up in a drug-infested neighborhood, and one day I walked out and saw a cop she had like a guy on the floor. She had braids, and she was just stepping on his neck. And I was like, that is me. So from there on, for some reason, it was just criminal justice. I wasn't sure if it was a lawyer. I wasn't sure what field I wanted to go into. And then little by little, I interned with the NYPD, and I started to intern and try to figure out, and I rushed into whatever I thought was easier. Now it's becoming a cop, because I did the 4 years, it took 2, and they were already paying for some things. It just made sense to me, and I keep telling you, my brain works on making sense. It has to make sense. So at the time that was in, until I realized that there was so much more on earth that I was put to do, and maybe that wasn't it. So I took a break.
So how did you like get into reality TV realm? Like how did that?
Well, YouTube. I was discovered on YouTube with my ex, who was in the music industry.
How did you meet him? Because you was in
girl,
college. You weren't doing good. Like how did you?
That doesn't mean I was doing.
No, I'm just saying. Like you out here. What Mr. Cheek said. You was on your way to the to go get the franks and the 2 steaks. What happened?
That sounds great. To get the 401k and the podcast, live life.
Like how did you meet? How did you
tell you live it.
Joe?
No, I met him on a Sunday. I remember exactly. It was Missy Elliott, Sierra, and Keisha Cole was just introduced to the game. I think Keisha was opening for Sierra. I walk in with my friends to this industry function. I wasn't in the music industry, but all my friends were. Like my best friend at the time was like DJ Nuff's assistant. So I was always around, hip hop. I was around Kanye when he wore rugbies and his, you know what I'm saying? And he had his jaw lines fucked up.
He's looking like Chipmunk Kanye. When he's out here looking like.
Don't disrespect Kanye.
No, he wasn't doing good Kanye. That's how Kanye was not Kanye.
So all that was happening, I was always invited to industry functions. I'm being a criminal justice student, so I'd be drunk at night and out in school during the day, and interning. So I went to that function, and he happened to be there. We would run into each other though, because I liked strip clubs as a young girl too. Like I was always with the guys. I'm a guy's girl. Yeah, so I would see him and be like, he's always wearing baggy ass sweatsuits. He's such a mess, but he's so fine. But I would never. And then one day he's a charmer. He's smart.
Yeah, he is.
He has a way with the ladies, clearly. And I fell for it. That was on a Sunday, and we were together from that Sunday till 5 years later.
Wow.
Every day of our lives. Until he started touring for real or something like it. So, yeah, so that's how it happened. We ran into each other in the function, and he is a charmer. He was smart. We hung out for 2-3 weeks, and that was him setting me up for the kill. So we were together forever.
Did it take a lot of convincing for him to get you to loving hip hop?
Oh, no, we did YouTube. He had a little Sony camera. He didn't know how to get on YouTube. He didn't know anything. He just knew how to wire. He had this camera, and he started to play with the camera. And we definitely had a really chemistry. Like me and Joey have great chemistry still to this day. Yep. We're ratchet, we're funny, we're disrespectful towards one another, but we understand it. So where people would look at us and say, yo, she just said that, and we'll laugh at it. And so he took the camera, he filmed, and he said, I'm gonna put this on YouTube. And I was like, first of all, you don't know how to do that. Second of all, I'll be right back. Let me go get this money to pay rent for
right.
And I came home, and he learned how to put that up, and then people just started to, we grew a fan base. And I didn't care, because I was just like, I'm going to do me. Let me go with this money in the strip club as a bartender, come back and help you with your shit, and let's just keep rolling. And that turned into something, really big. So YouTube followed reality TV.
You kind of birthed, you are the creative, you are yeah. With the ladies, everybody wanted to be a bartender and a vixen now, and having the body that you were born with, and the look that you were born with.
I'm the reason why they probably go to the doctor.
Yeah,
and say,
why you did that to them?
Kick magazine, boom.
I want this.
I didn't do anything. I was just being myself. It was just the rebirth of what a woman's supposed to look like. When the world kept telling us we should have been skinny and tall and stuff, curvy women were fat. So I was unapologetic about it. I thought that what I carry is beauty. I knew I was, but that's because I grew up around, urban, Latinos, blacks, hip hop, merengue. So we always curvy, we eat.
Right.
So I did what I thought I was supposed to be doing, being sexy, and had an opportunity to be on the cover of a magazine, be on TV, and I took it. So I'm not going to apologize for women wanting to look like me. I say do your research, and not everybody was born with it.
Right.
Get it if you want to, but be careful, because that shit is very unhealthy.
So now also, just back to with Love and Hip Hop, do you ever feel, being that you are one of the originators, do you ever want to come back, show them how you do it?
So,
I mean, when you think about it, like, can you rap? Can you sing? Can you?
Nah,
Cardi
you already know. No,
Cardi like a baby Tahiry, just rapping.
No, what happened? Cardi's Cardi. For one, Cardi has always been very outspoken. I've been following her before Love and Hip Hop. Cardi is a perfect example of doing something and sticking to it. Her lane is music, hip hop. She took it. The world bought it. That works for Cardi. But the money for me has to make sense. One, and it wasn't making sense at the time. And two, I do miss the people I worked with a lot. We still most of us keep in contact. Three, there are times when I look at what's happening on TV and remember being a part of it, and it's a little, it gives me anxiety, kind of. I'm not in that place that I was before, so to go back and have to flip a table, put myself in a situation where I normally wouldn't even stress what you're saying to me because you don't matter. When I have that thought of, they called me to sit down and have another meeting. Right. I think about it. I'm like, is it really worth it? What am I willing to risk? My sanity? I'm in a different place. I've grown. I'm building my brand. I've built a brand. I want to do different things, but then I do miss some things, and then it's a great platform.
And then you watching these other girls like do all these other. Like,
it doesn't matter.
Booming new
That's
things.
Amazing.
That has nothing to do with what I'm saying is the fact like we just know that you were such an amazing talent already, and now all these new opportunities are coming to the show. So it's like
that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, but if you came, you could have seized all of that.
Yeah, I don't see it that way. I feel like everybody is their own person. Right. I feel like if you look at the numbers of people that have been part of this thing that Mona's created, how many really are winning? Right. I think everybody's really stuck on IG, and perception is what people sell. True. Let's talk about men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Let's talk about who's really doing stuff out there. Let's talk about when the season's over, what they really are doing. Let's talk about who's been on tour. You better talk that song or anything as long as she has. Let's talk about what really matters. I think that those that have won from Love and Hip Hop deserve to win. Were there to win, and they were stars. So a star. So I never look at Love and Hip Hop and say, dang, I should go back because Cardi got a #1, and I should go back because who else is doing something else?
Don't do that.
No, I'm asking. I'm not even shading. I should go back. Yandy's doing well. Let me see who. And then there's a lot of people I like on Love and Hip Hop, but let's talk about who really is doing something. And I never look at them and say, I'm gonna go back because I can see that those were their things. Right. Like I won. I've been on a road. I just started slowing down last year, so like I've been winning, and I'm gonna still continue to win regardless too. That was just my platform. That was one more outlet. So it's time to,
Do you ever regret not taking the ring when Joe proposed to you?
Really?
No, I'm not even saying. Not even to have to do with his relationship. Nothing to do. No. I'm just saying for like spin-off purposes. Like when you're thinking about like the big goal, you could have said yes, turn that into a spin-off, and then left him at the altar. You know what I mean? And then that could have been a new show.
I'm not talking to you. All right, so in terms of that, human Tahiry, no, I don't regret it. Okay. And I do a lot with my human. Maybe that's why I continue to stay blessed. Right. Human Tahiry cared so much, and I couldn't continue to play that. I wasn't even sure if I was going to take the ring. I wasn't even sure I was going to get the ring that day. I knew I was getting a ring but come on, right? I didn't really know that was the day. So on the day that it happened, I didn't know what I was going to say, and it came from the heart. So Human Tahiry did what was right for her at that moment. And I've been the happiest person. I've never regretted not taking the ring. Because a ring is given to you doesn't mean you have to take it. No matter how long you've been with the person, if it's done, it's done. Business Tahiry, in retrospect, when I look back, feels like, dang, a lot of people would have taken that ring for that. Get that extra check, get that extra show, get that extra everything. But then that's when I have to go back to how much am I willing to risk to get to where I think I need to go, and how many blessings am I gonna get from playing around with somebody's feelings, emotions, just for like I'm into some other shit. So I feel like my blessings come because I do good, regardless of the amount of money in front of me. So Human Tahiry did the right thing, and I'm gonna stand by being human, because at the end of the day, when all this is smoke and mirrors, when all of this is gone, or when you're not as popping because you're only as popping as the last shit you did,
right?
Then what? So none of that matters. So I did the right thing. Look, he's found happiness and love, and baby.
Did you ever think that was a stunt with him and Cyn?
Absolutely. Yes.
I definitely thought they were trying to get back on the show.
And look, because niggas be sensitive on all
right.
I definitely thought it was like, okay, so I need to get on the show. And it probably was, because a lot of the cast members resort to having to do certain things to get to where they gotta go, because
dating within you have
to. They want you to be connected to.
Yeah.
Shit, I called and I was like, well, I'm seeing it. Was like, we don't care. You want to see this guy? And I'm like, no. So some of them have resorted to doing certain things to get to another season, to get through another season. There's a few that have boyfriends every season. So yeah, I think that's how it probably started. But the fact that they found a true, love or whatever it is that they have going on, their happy family, and she's having a baby, I think is a blessing. What if I would have took that ring and dragged that man 2 more years of his life and mine? I don't have 2 years to drag and force. Like, that's not nice. So, I mean, things happen for a reason.
You're so positive. I love this new Tahiry.
That's not just dragging women. I never really drag women.
Girl, you don't remember what you did to Rocky Thunder? You brought the real lightning. Don't do that.
Well, let me tell you what happened. I am going to defend all the things I strongly believe in, anything I strongly love, and anything I work hard for. Yes, you're getting dragged. Yes.
Like, you did that.
No, that's different. So that wasn't me dragging because she's Rocky, so let me drag her. That was me defending my money, my music, my meals, and my man. I'm going to find all my ends, boo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really am that person. I work really hard, so don't come fuck with my shit. Other than that,
are you and Rocky cool now? Like, have you spoken?
I ain't seen Rocky since I dragged him.
And what about you and Joe? Y'all good? Have you guys spoken?
Depending on the month. No, I haven't spoken to him.
I know you sent some love to him
absolutely,
when he found out about the baby.
Here's the thing. It's like the world is ready to hear you roar, speak, scream, hate. Nothing positive could ever come out of that. So it was on my timeline to death.
Right.
So it's like I'm on my timeline every day, so I'm not gonna act like I don't see it. So and from the door, I was in LA, I remember on my way to go see Kendrick. Like, better mood than that? With the lashes on? Boom.
And you had them good braids, right? When you was out here fire.
You remember
Come
that?
on, you white peoples.
So once that day it happened, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Congrats. Amen. Hallelujah. Whatever. Like, and I knew already about it too. So the world just didn't know that I knew. So it was just like, yo, it's not a big deal. Like, not to me. So I was like, yo, God bless. And that turned into, how dare you? I'm like, you can't win.
You can't win. That's what people want. Like, they just want to get a reaction out of you.
Cool.
Like, I can't even deal. You did open up a club, right? Mm-hmm. I heard a lot about it. And then we didn't. Like, what happened?
Oh, clearly it closed down. We closed down about a year into it.
It wasn't good for you, good fit?
Well, business is like a relationship. If there's no communication, there's no trust, there's no partnership, it's not going to work. So I feel like the people I was in bed with when it came to the club, we didn't really understand certain aspects of it. I was always in and out of town, on the road. So I'd walk in there and there's certain things would be done. And, it was just a lot. And so I had to make a decision. Build my brand and build, like I said, I'm going to defend Tahiry.
Right.
The brand she's building. And then put parts of my brand in people's hands that aren't ready to take care of it like it should be, and so it's going to wind up affecting the one thing that feeds it all.
Right.
So I had to make a decision. Yeah, so I had to make a decision into where was I going to stop doing what I was doing and focus fully on a club, or was I going to detach myself from a business that really was affecting the brain of it all, which was Tahiry the brand. So I made a decision and I cut my partnership with the club a year after that. So I wouldn't like to say that it failed, that it just didn't work.
Would you ever try again?
Absolutely.
With just different people?
Maybe not a nightclub, maybe lounge, kind of cafe, restaurant.
Yeah.
Because I'm a waitress, bartender at heart. It's my happy place. Besides the gym, I can walk in, light in a room, and serve the whole place by myself, and people love to come see me. So I just love that. I love that business. So. Speaking of
your another business, I heard you have something going on with Jack Thriller.
Okay,
what's happening?
Well, Jack and I started. It was Nori from Drink Champs reached out to me via Twitter, and I thought it was about some rapper shit one time. So I was like, oh my God, somebody call Nori because he just tweeted that he wanted my number. And it so happened that he wanted to put me up under Drink Champs, like the first girl after.
Oh, that's lit.
So that was a conversation that we had, but excuse me, I just had some turkey bacon.
It's okay.
So that was a conversation that Nori and I was about to have. At the same time, Jack was looking for a co-host for his podcast. And so it just so happened that the stars aligned and it brought us all together. And so we started working towards something that's still very, very premature. And then I auditioned for something else. It was a show that to be televised. And so when they asked me as a host, when they said they gave me freedom of creative control of the new show, I wanted to have like a Chewy. I wanted to have a co-host. I wanted to have. I just felt like I needed that vibe, that transfer of energy on screen.
A little ratchet
and so I reached out to, I submitted a couple names, but I actually opted for Jack because it made sense because we already had that chemistry. Yeah. So we did that and we taped that, but like everything else, it's all about taping, editing. I'm learning all the process too, and it's all about fine tuning, color correcting, and then shopping it and sitting down. But half of these networks already know what they want,
right.
So it's kind of like we're packaged into what they're looking for. So hopefully that turns out for the best. But Jack is fucking amazing.
Keep an eye on Jack.
So it's like podcast/TV show maybe in the works.
So if you could produce your own show, what kind of show would it be? Like if you did have the creative control, it's like, don't worry about the executives, don't worry about the box. Like what would you do for yourself?
I think my life in itself, my sister, so that I'm one of 14 and
you said 14?
Yeah, we're one
of 14. You said 14? I didn't even...
I'm the one, I'm number one, and then there's like I'm at the last 6 in DR the other day.
That's crazy.
I didn't know it was 14 There's a 4, a 5, a 8, a 7, and a 10, and a 13. That my father, I walked into,
wow.
Okay, I'm going to meet them, and, they said, Daddy, and I was like, oh, God. Not because I felt bad. It was just weird. It was like, you have a whole nother...
It's a whole nother set.
He said, well, you guys over there, I'm over here, I need love. And I was like, oh, you love, all right. So there's a whole nother set of kids. There's a lot of layers to Tahiry. We'll probably do something on me.
Yeah.
And Lexi and
I think that would be dope because like when you think about like the Kardashians and you think about like even like Cardi and her sister, like people like to see family type of thing. And it would probably
it'll be sister.
Your birthday party was turned. Like you remember that?
Yeah.
You need to put that on television.
But no, seriously, I'll do food. I'm a waitress, bartender, so I'll walk in somewhere and I like to rate people's everything. When I walk in, because I hate bad service.
I would like to do something like that with you. I'm greedy too.
I'm actually talking to somebody about starting.
I got a name for it already. I'm gonna tell you off camera. Don't worry about it.
So I'm trying to figure out if I want a girl with me. Who do I want with me to walk into these restaurants?
I just told you. Now, who we don't see you walking into restaurants with is Bae. Like ever since Joe, you've been keeping your relationship very secretive.
I just want to show you the movie real quick.
Like. Talk to us about your dating life. What's going on?
The shit show? Well, maybe that Tahiry and her dating shit show.
Oh, kind of like the like Flavor of Love. Maybe you could give
maybe I should go speed dating.
Mm-hmm. Like on a show.
Like real fast, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm doing real fast.
Are you having problems because you're like too famous? Is it like you're not dating in the industry?
Well, I never felt like I was too famous, even when I'll be popping. I'm just Tahiry. I walk around like I'm whatever. Like, and people be like, you're bugging. I'm like, I'm cool. So I never really think I'm too famous. No, I think that the dating scene pool kind of it's a little more.
It's a pond.
Yeah, it's for us or for people like me because you just don't never know why the person's around or schedule's too busy. So I play footsies for 3 days and I gotta go. So we have to split 35 days into 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And then I might have to like pull up on you because you want to be with the next, chick online.
Do you get mad about social media stuff?
No, you already know that I've had my scandals.
You know what I'm saying? But now that you know what I'm saying, what I mean? Like now in hindsight, now that you're older,
I'm cool. No, listen, when it comes to dating, I like to keep my shit private because I don't know what it is.
Right.
And it's unfair because the world will see me with somebody and say, oh, Tahiry, this is, and you're Googling, I'll be the next dude, the next body I caught. And I didn't even catch the body. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is that until I know if it's real or not, then I choose not to discuss. Unless I'm going to hold your hand on the red carpet, then you might not even see me with boo. You might catch me here and there, but I'll be chilling. We're friends until we figure it out. But no, I would say I've been married to my job for a long time. I would say I've dated on the low for a couple.
I know. I want to see people drop a name on the people. Nothing but a food. No. Okay.
And I'm currently, you know.
Would you date a 9-to-5er? Could you have a regular, blue collar man?
Today, I'm keep telling you something happened to Tahiry. I think I've arrived. Today, yes. Before I was politically correct, my answers would be like, well, it's all about the chemistry, blah, blah. But let's keep it a buck. If you fucked up, don't call me. Like, don't call me. You have to be about your business. I'm not saying you have to be wealthy. I need somebody who's driven, who's ambitious, who has their own thing going on, who I can come home with and talk to about certain business situations, who we can both sit together and plot about how to make this money. So you have to be about something. No longer do I want to deal that rapper has to be in the studio, don't know where he's going to get another $1 from, or the checks come every 6 months. Like, we need something.
Could you take care of another man?
No, I will not.
Okay.
I can take care of him other ways.
But not financially.
But I'm not helping you pay the rent. No, I'm not paying rent if I live with you.
Would you
I'll pay something else.
If you was dating a rapper, would you help to push his mixtape? Could you give him
I support my friends, but what I'm saying, I support my friends. I just need somebody who's about his business.
Right.
But does he have to be like in my field though? I date a guy 9-to-5 because it's all about who's gonna treat me right. It's all about who's gonna support me. It's all about who's gonna be home rubbing my feet.
Yeah, you need your foot rubbed.
So you know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I just need love.
Do you want children?
Yes, I do. I wanted 8, but I've spent my time.
How many you want now?
On
I got
camera.
one. I'm telling you, it's hard.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, I'm not even sure about that second one. She might be one of a kind. It's hard on here.
Nah, I'm probably gonna have. I wanted 3. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll just have some twins or something. Maybe I'll just have my own baby. I don't know.
I think you should.
Because I've been doing my own everything.
Yeah, and you never know with these men. Anyway, you end up feeling like a single.
Let me check you on that one. Let me check you on that. And I'm gonna tell you, Mom told me a long time. I'm gonna check you.
Check me out, fam.
So when you have children, right? Of course, we all want the happy ending and the fence and the white picket fence or whatever it is that they lie to us about. When you have children, they're your children.
Yeah.
So you don't never know. Like my stepfather, my sister's father, my baby sister's father, he was always around there for Lexi and I, right? He was around there. We were like 13. I was 13 when he got it with my mom. He was great. And then my mom had my sister with him, and he was not that great. And that was his child.
Right.
So she always says it's a gamble when it comes to a man. So there's men are going to be great fathers, men are not. But at the end of the day, you're the mom, and your kids are your kids. They're your responsibility. So I'm not looking at the situation like, oh my God, the man. I'm going to have one, and hopefully he and I can coexist even if it doesn't work out. But for the most part, my children will be my children.
Who's your dream baby daddy?
I don't have one. I think that
Idris Elba, y'all have two children.
You've been listening to my shit. I love when I say with people that know me. Idris was my celebrity crush. For many years.
I felt that.
But I feel like I've never not looked at something and not had it. So I pretty much.
Can you help teach me how to do that? Do I got spackle in my eye? Like I'm not. I
need
to work on my powers.
Anytime I said.
Cause I be feeling like I'm chasing these dudes. Like, how you do it? Like,
it's happened. It's all mental.
It's
all mental. So so I don't really have a celebrity crush. Like I said, I'm just looking for someone who we just vibe. Like we can be friends on top of it all. Cause once you're friends and you understand we're all human, it can work.
Do you answer the people that slide in your DMs?
Dog, I started.
Okay.
I started the other day. I was like, yo, first of all, I had to find out what my DMs were. And then, I answered maybe 2 guys. I would say from January, I dropped all the dead weight that I had for life. So in January, I spent a couple months just working on January, February, March. I think the other day I got bored. I'm going to say about 2 months ago. And I answered 2 DMs. One I went back and forth with on FaceTime, and the other one I met up really quickly with.
Nice. He was cute chocolate?
Was he? I'm cool. I'm chilling. I'm currently.
We gotta send you on there. We gonna see if all hip hop could follow Tahiry on a date. That might be nice.
I would love to go speak.
That'd be ill.
But right now I'm actually chilling and just taking my time to get to where I gotta go with my career and if the guy happens to come through that makes sense and I spend time with, then I'll spend time with them. I'm making that little. I'm taking that little time that I never took to kind of invest in somebody.
You're so smart.
If it makes sense. Because I was too busy always working.
So, last question. What is next for Tahiry Jose?
I hate that question.
Why?
I'm joking. I just finished saying because you could plan, but it is. What
But you still, you know what?
I'm plotting. So planning seeds for 2018 is around
Want
the
to do
corner.
more modeling? Do you like the acting better?
So who cares? At the end of the day, what I'm saying, the Kardashians do it all, right?
Right.
So I don't really care to be sexy or twerk online. It's just not me, which is why I don't do it. I haven't done it. If I ever do feel like being sexy and naked online, then I am, because I can. In terms of, reality TV, who knows? There's a couple things in the work. In terms of acting, there's 1,000 pilots. I have more pilots than United Airlines.
Yes,
bars. In terms of Tahiry, the brand is anything. I like I said, whatever I put my mind to, I do. I do a lot of my philanthropical work, so I'll be gearing up to go to DR to give back again. I do it every year.
That's so dope that you do that. 3
hospitals, 3 days in an orphanage, and anywhere else we can help here in the States. And then when it comes to opening my nail shop, it'll be open pretty soon.
Ooh, in Jersey, right?
Yes, 718 Hoboken. It's on 718 Washington Street. So working on that, being an entrepreneur is super tough, especially when you're micromanaging everything.
Do you need any employees and workers you want them to
we need. They
we give you an opportunity.
They definitely need to hit me up on Tahiry @tahiryinc@gmail.com and send their information because we are looking for nail techs and stuff. So there's nails and hair. What else? And the podcast / show, I also am in collab with Al Roker Entertainment.
That's dope.
So that's where we started filming Sincerely, which is a podcast with 3 girls. So there's so much that you can do. Like, I don't really believe that now people need to like box themselves into one thing.
Facts.
And I also don't believe into you doing 1,000 things hoping something sticks. I believe that you start with your realistic goals. You start with small goals, and then you figure out where you want to go and create that vision board, and you can do whatever you want to do. So that's where I'm at with it.
Come on, pick that gem up, put it in your pocket. What are all your social media handles?
At The Real Tahiry. That's
everything.
Yeah,
She's very consistent. She's building a brand. Come on. Google her.
It's 101. You keep it all the same. Or you can go to TahiryOnline.com. Google me, but don't believe everything you read.
Don't believe it all. And until next time, brush your edges, brush your teeth, and brush that dirt off your shoulders. Oh. Tap a hater and tell them hi.
Wait. Oh.
Hey.
I didn't expect this shit. I hate you.
Now you coming, girl. Like, I had to do this separately because...